Hi everyone, it's your boy Ricky here with Bromero Cards, and today I am doing somewhat of an unboxing, a testing of a supply that was sent to me by scrapbook.com. So I thought I would just kind of open the product and then make a project with it and tell you what I think about this. So what they sent over to me is the scrapbook.com Artis Craft Glue. And they sent over some of the precision tips to use with the glue. They did send me a little thing of cardstock that's the sunshine, and we're going to be making a card that's pretty much rainbows here. And who doesn't love a rainbow, right? And then a few things that I had in my stash already. These Hello Bloom dies, this mosaic die, and then this nested hexagon die. So what we'll first do is just take a look at the glue. We will put everything together and we'll go from there. So this is the glue. It's the Artis Craft Glue from scrapbook.com. And it's the container that it comes in. And then inside what you get is you get a little card that tells you what each little tip is for. You get the bottle of glue, which is 4 ounces. It's a pretty good size bottle. I like that. Then we also get the precision tips and then a storage tip. So let's see. The first thing we need to do, it says we need to remove the red tip here. So we'll go in here, remove that red tip. And then we'll place this back on here for now. Oh, actually, this is the tip for the cap. So we're going to be putting a tip on. So let's take this off and screw this on. All right. So in this little vial, we have the storage tip. So this is the lid. So to put the lid on, there's no hole in it. You just screw this on and you store it this way. Pretty nice. Screws on and off. Then we have the fine tip, which is this green. And that also, you just put it on, screw it to the top, and it's ready to use. It's very fine. Let me get a scrap piece of paper just so we can take a look. We'll use this black scrap piece of paper that we have here. So this is the fine tip. Pretty nice. It does come with a needle that you would use to clean this out every time you use it and to store it. And then you would just keep it in there when you're not using it. Just keep it into the bottle there. So we'll just wipe that off. And then this is the ultra fine tip. And we will see what this is like. Yeah, that's pretty fine, you guys. And then the same thing, you would just put the needle in when you're not using it, or you could put in the storage tip if you're not using it, and then you could just store everything in your little vial here, which I think would be fine. So, but I'll just keep mine like that because I'll probably use the fine tip more often than not. So we'll put this all in this box here. Now the other cool thing is about these tips, and I would probably order a few of these for the color pops. So this is their version of like a like a, what is it called? The little enamel dots. So let me just do the regular tip here and show you what this looks like. So the tip is pretty fine on its own already, right? But what you could do is they'd sell the tips separately, so you could order a bunch of these. And if you have some on your pops of color, then all you would do is you would take this off. And just like the glue bottle, you would put this on. And then let's say that you wanted to do some really fine enamel dots or drawing with this. You would put the fine tooth or the fine tip, and you could use it. And use really small enamel dots. Or you can make bigger ones. So definitely something that I would do is to just, you know, you only have one bottle of glue, but I would probably get an extra one just in case, you know, anything happens with it. But also just use them on your pops of color or any enamel dot or bottle that has the same size you could use. Now, probably what I would do is if you're going to be interchanging these, I would probably just rinse this off with some water before you store it away. But yeah, you could definitely use it for this bottle, which is nice. And actually, this goes in here. Like that. So yeah, you guys, this is definitely, I mean, so far the glue looks fine. I love how it's fine. The fine lines with this. Definitely so far so good. What I'm going to do is just going to take this and run this under some water really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I did run this under some water, and there is a little residue left inside of it, but I don't think it's going to be anything that ruins anything. I think it's going to be fine. So definitely, definitely good for this. I'm happy so far. So we'll just stick that guy back in there. And then this guy just place back in the packaging, or however you want to store this, you could do that. Okay, so what we'll do is we will play around with the project. We're gonna make a little something something, and we will see how well this goes. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut a bunch of card strips and kind of make a rainbow panel out of this. So what I'll do is I'll do a few to show you how I'm going to do the strips, and then I will be back with them all fully here. So I am just going to take my miniature Tim Holtz trimmer. And basically all we're going to do is just do different sizes of strips. And right now we're just going to do 3 of each just to see how many we really need, because I think there's like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 colors here. So I'm just kind of doing random sizes. So what I'll do is I'll finish up the rest of these colors and I'll be back. Okay, now that we have all of our colors cut out, now what we're going to do is we're going to take these colors and we are just going to put them in rainbow order, kind of. Well, not kind of, we are. But we're just going to put them down with the glue. And it's nice because this is a thin strip. So we have a thin thing of glue. Super thin, actually, that's pretty nice. And then we're just gonna start putting the strips on here. Now, they don't have to be like super perfect because we are gonna be using a die cut and die cutting a shape out of this, so they don't have to be super perfect. So what we can do is we can take the next color. You can either put it on the strip or you can put your glue down on the paper, whichever works for you. So what we'll do is we will take one of each color, glue it all the way down, and then start over with a new color. So I will work on this and I will be back in a few moments. Okay, so we are back. We have put all the colors onto the cardstock. And what we're gonna do is use some of these nested dies here, and we're gonna cut out some shapes here. So what I'm gonna do is do this, and then we will cut out this one here, and then this one like this. Let's see, maybe this way. We just want to make sure everything fits. Let's see, we just want to make sure this there's that. There we go. So everyone has a little piece of all the color. And then we will take mint tape, put this down, and we will run this through the die cutting machine. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we've run that through the die cutting machine. We will just take this apart, and here you will see beautiful color. Love that. Looks so nice. Wow. You just want to be careful. Usually mint tape won't rip your paper, but you know, we just want to kind of be gentle here. So wow, we really have some. Let me put this on the glue bottle here. There we go. Just want to make sure everything's nice and clear. Alrighty, so we have 3 little nested hexagons here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is we are going to take this mosaic die and we're going to cut this out 3 times out of white cardstock to give it some dimension. So I'm going to do that really quick, and I'm going to run it through the die cutting machine 3 times, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that we have these 3 cut out, what we're going to do is we're just going to take some of the glue here with the precision tip, and we're just going to go along the sides. That's some of my mint tape that's still there. It's okay. We'll go along the border. And then what we'll do is we'll just do some dabs along the center here because we just want it to kind of stick to the next layer. We're going to stack these up 3 times. And there's really no rhyme or reason to where I'm sticking the dots, just kind of maybe where I think the contact will be more. And it's nice because the precision tip can it could touch such a small space that you don't have to worry about like spilling out everywhere, which is nice. All right, so we'll take this piece, then we're gonna stick it on top of this one. Get it all nice and lined up. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna do this piece again, and then I'll come back for the next step. Okay, so now that we're back, I have this actually glued down. I basically glued all three pieces together and then glued it down to the card base, and we have that. So now what I'm gonna do is take this hello, and the shadow die, I'm gonna cut out a scrapbook.com vellum, and then the word hello, I'm gonna cut this out 3 times out of this white cardstock. So I'm gonna do that really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I have cut out the shadow in the vellum, and then I have cut out the word hello 3 times out of white. So we're just gonna remove these from here. And we're gonna use our scrapbook.com tweezers. Just get out the little spaces here. And again, it's gonna come in handy that we have this fine tip glue bottle here because this is kind of a small area. And we're just gonna take the Artis Glue. Put it along the letters. And then we are going to stack them up. Liquid glue gives us a little bit of time to play around to make sure everything is all good and even. There we go. Alrighty, now what we'll do is we will take the glue and we are going to place it down. We're going to place this hello down onto the vellum. We're just going to center it in the shadow here. Okay, and then we'll just put something a little heavy on there, like this little piece of paper pad to keep that there. Now we're going to take some scrapbook.com foam tape. Now I do believe this is sold out online. Just keep an eye out on it. I have to say this is probably one of my favorite foam tapes. Like, it works great. It's at a great price point, I believe, when it is in stock. So definitely just keep an eye out on it. I think you'll be really happy with this also. Then we'll just a little piece in half, stick this here. Alrighty. Now, what we need to do is figure out what angle we want this to be at. Do we like it like that? Do we love it like this? I'm kind of feeling that. All right, let's try this time one more time. I think I'm digging it this way. That looks awesome. So we will take the foam tape off, and let me slide this down a little bit. I want to make sure I get this nice and even. It looks good. What we'll do is we'll take some liquid glue. Do we want it in the middle? Does it look better off to the... I think it looks better here. So we're just gonna take some of this liquid glue and we're gonna put it behind each letter so that it doesn't show through the vellum. Just picking that up to make sure it's nice and even. And we will stick something heavy on top of that. Maybe our mini Misty. So while that's drying, I'm just gonna talk a little bit more about the glue. Would I recommend this glue? I think so. It works pretty good. The fine needle point is great, especially when you're doing something like I just did with these really fine die sets and, you know, just really delicate stencil or delicate die cuts. This works great. One thing I did want to test, and just because some people care about this, it doesn't really have a smell. When you were a kid, if you used like Elmer's glue, it kind of smells like glue. Doesn't smell toxic or anything. I think the bottle is really good. It's a really good size. And yeah, I would definitely buy this. Of course, scrapbook.com did send this to me, but I'll probably buy some more. So I'll probably go out and do that. And I'll definitely buy some more of these precision tips for my Popsicolor and maybe other bottles that are around the same size. I think they would work great. If these fit on alcohol inks, I think that would be pretty good too, to stick them on there, but I'm not for sure. I'll have to test that out. But yeah, I would definitely agree that I think this is a pretty good product. And if you're looking out for some more glue or a different type of glue to try, definitely try this out. I'll have some links down in the description, so make sure you check that out along with the other products that I used. Unfortunately, the foam tape, I believe, is out at the last time that I looked. But here's the card. I think it looks really amazing. It's really pretty. And yeah, so I hope you guys found this review good. I hope that you enjoyed making this card with me. Make sure you click the links down in the description. And you also just maybe visit me over on Instagram by searching for Bromero Cards. And yeah, I hope to talk with you soon, and you all have a great week, a great day, a great night, whatever time you're watching this. I'll talk to you later. Bye.